Hey everybody, this is Dead Winter Dead, and this is TitanFall. I don't know what to say, but this is TitanFall. I got into the beta a couple days ago. I've been playing a lot of it, mostly this hardpoint game mode because it's an objective-based game mode. Let me go with the good things first. It looks great. This game looks really great. The concept is really cool. It runs smooth. The hit detection is really solid on it. I don't have any issues with anything in any of those departments. I am a huge sci-fi, geek, I guess you could call it. I'm a big sci-fi geek, and I enjoy all things sci-fi, and this really just tickled me in a really pleasant spot, and I was just really excited for it. And I still even now when I play it, I've put several hours into it. Even now when I play it, I really enjoy it. I love the concept. I love the idea. It's fast. It's smooth. The gameplay is solid. The gameplay mechanics are solid. It was a lot of fun, but it was really kind of like diversionary fun. It was it's very arcadey, and I don't want to get into a huge a huge bash fest bashing on other game franchises, but it's very much like Call of Duty. I know there's been people out there who, I think they call it Call of Duty with mechs, and I can see where they get the that assumption is that it's very fast paced. It's the maps aren't very big. There's not a lot of room for tactics and slow methodical gameplay. It really is just breakneck speed. The only thing that really you can kind of have going for you is if you choose to, if you're running through a building, and instead of choosing the ground floor, you vault up to the second floor and wall walk and then bounce over to the neighboring building and go down the other side instead of just going through the ground floor. I mean, there's multiple routes to all of the objectives. You can enter all the buildings. All the buildings look really neat. The one thing I did enjoy about it is that the building interiors, I mean, just the maps themselves, they look like they would be real places. They look like apartment buildings. They look like office buildings. They look like it would be a real place. They're not just this kind of like cookie cutter, generic, cut and paste this, cut and paste that, really empty, blank slate buildings that you see in some of these shooters. The art direction and the attention to detail on these maps is astounding. I mean, astounding, incredible. It looks really good, and I was really impressed with it. I was really impressed with the gameplay and really impressed with how things looked. Now for the bad. The bad things about this game, if you haven't heard, or you've been living under a rock, the big controversy about Titanfall was that it was only going to be a 6v6 platform, which is true. There's only 6 human players. They're called pilots in this the actual lore of the game. They're called pilots. Excuse me. There's only 6 on each team, which means that there are only 12 human players on the battlefield at any one time. 5 of them being on your team, you being the 6th one, and 6 of them being on the enemy team. So that right there caused a lot of controversy, and I thought it was going to be a big issue. I was like, oh man, only 6 players. But then what they threw in the mix, which I thought was kind of interesting, was they threw bots in the mix. So you have a bunch of bots. I'm not quite sure how many bots are on the battlefield, but they tend to just respawn. And the bots, there's 2 different types of bots. There's what's called a grunt, which is a human bot, a bot designed to look like a human. And then the I think they're called specters. I can't quite remember, but they're these little robot soldiers, basically kind of a droid type soldier that you're able to kill. And the problem with the bots is they're so easy to kill. I think they have less hit points, less armor. They dish out less damage. I mean, I could just go through. I think later in the video you see a scene where a drop pod falls from the sky and the pod opens up and like six of these robot bots just kind of come out. The little droid bots, between 4 and 6 of them pop out right next to me, and I'm able to just gun them all down with just insulting ease. I mean, the bots do add another element to the battlefield, but not really one that you need to be concerned with, because you know that even if you're caught off guard by one of the bots, they are so easy to destroy that they really don't offer anything. And watch this part. I thought this was cool. You see that? We both ejected out of our Titans at the same time, and I was able to shoot the enemy pilot while in the air as we were coming back down to the ground. I thought that was cool. That was a really kind of a cool moment. And by the way, this footage that you're looking at, this is I recorded several hours of footage, but this is the very first game that I played. The very first game I logged in. I went through the tutorial, which was very annoying. It was a very annoyingly long. It's not very long, but it was just annoying. And right here, this is that part that I was talking to you about. The drop pod falls out of the sky, and I just lay waste to these bots. It was just, look at that. I mean, I even did a little magazine swap and a little had a mistake with the assault rifle, and I still was able to just plow through them. That's what I mean by the bots. They're just cannon fodder. They're just filler. They just fill the battlefield with this sense that there's more going on than there really is. And to me, that's insulting. That's insulting to the gamer. The fact that they're just going to throw in this gimmick and be like, oh, it's okay, there's really more going on. It's like, no, there's really not more going on. If you're not challenged by it, if the filler you put in doesn't present a reasonable challenge to the average first-person shooter gamer, then it's just insulting. You're just throwing this filler in because whatever. I mean, I'm not even sure why they chose 6v6. I mean, the technology is out there. Look at Battlefield 4. Even the new generation consoles can run 64-player servers, and I'm not sure that if I'm not sure this game would be suited for 64 players, but it could at least be 12v12, at least 12v12. And I don't know why they chose that route. There must have been I mean, obviously there was the meeting of the minds, and they decided that to do 6v6. But I have no idea what their reasoning is. This game's longevity, I don't think it's going to be around very long. I think it's gonna have a huge opening. It's gonna sell a lot of units. It's gonna have a huge opening. People are gonna be all about Titanfall. But the thing about it, especially coming from somebody who does YouTube type stuff, the thing about it is there's not a lot of depth here. So there's really, other than just gameplay, like, you could show, oh, look at this epic gameplay moment. There's not a lot of depth, so there's not a lot of things to like review. All of the weapons are very similar. The classes are very limited. A lot of the Titans are very similar, except for some of the upgrades you can get. I mean, right here, if you just saw a few seconds back, I just went to level 2, so right now I'm the bare bones soldier. But I think in this round there was a bunch of level 14s, a bunch of level 16s, and I was getting hosed by them, especially in the Titan when we were in the Titans. So the upgrade system allows you to really customize. I mean, not really customize, but really give yourself an edge on the battlefield, which it should. If you spend the time to rank up, and you spend the time to get good with a certain class or a certain weapon, then you should be rewarded by having upgrades, or having your skill artificially increased by giving you better weapons or better gadgets and attachments. So I mean, that's fine. I had no problem with that, and I just got hosed on this game and many other games. There were other games where I would just get totally hosed. But this is my honest review. It's a fun game. It's a beautiful game, but there's just nothing there. There's nothing there. There's no depth, and I mean that's about it, guys. If you guys enjoy it, then absolutely go out and buy it. And I mean, please make sure you try the beta first before you go spending $60 on this game. Do not spend $60 on this game without trying the beta. That's just common sense. So please do that. But if you enjoy it, definitely go out and pick it up and have fun with it. But my honest opinion is that I'm going to wait on this game for a while. If I pick it up at all, I'm going to continue playing the beta and continue to kind of develop my true feelings for this game. And just kind of see where it goes from here. But what they're presenting in the beta is, if this really is a true representation of the entire title, then I really don't see this game being around for too long. Like I said, it runs smooth, it runs great, it looks beautiful, but there's no depth. There's really no depth. And I think that's what they were going for. They were going for an arcadey, a very arcadey, very fast-paced, in-your-face, action-paced shooter. And that's exactly what it is. It's a very action-paced, very high-paced shooter. But, like I said, it's not along the lines of, say, Battlefield 4, where there's a lot of variety and a lot of, a lot of challenges that you can overcome throughout the lifetime of the game. I think with this game, once you get good, you're good, and that's it. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoy this. This is my honest first impressions of Titanfall. My name's Dead Winter Dead. Thanks for watching.